Well, we begin with that breaking news. President Donald Trump saying his chief of staff, John Kelly, is leaving the White House by the end of the year. Now, Trump made that announcement just a short time ago. He added that the former Marine general has been a loyal aide during his time on the job. Well, with that, let's bring in the CBC's Stephen D'Souza. He's in New York tracking the latest on this one for us. You know, Steve, as we note the fact that John Kelly is now going to be leaving by the end of the year, we have to say there has been speculation for a long time that this was coming.
That's right. This really has been the long goodbye for John Kelly. It's just as early as the summer back in July where it was reported that Donald Trump had asked John Kelly to stay on until 2020. But at the same time, though, we've also heard a lot of reports that the relationship soured and that the two, even in the last few days, simply haven't been talking to each other. And so let's listen now just to what Donald Trump said this afternoon as he spoke to reporters about Kelly's departure.
John Kelly will be leaving, but I don't know if I can say retiring, but he's a great guy. John Kelly will be leaving at the end of the year. We'll be announcing who will be taking John's place. It might be on an interim basis. I'll be announcing that over the next day or two, but John will be leaving at the end of the year. He's been with me almost 2 years now, as you know, between the two positions. So we're probably going to see him in a little while.
Now, John Kelly was brought in to replace Reince Priebus, who was the first chief of staff for Donald Trump, and that came amidst controversies of White House staff leaking things to the media, of chaos essentially in the White House and in the Oval Office. And so what John Kelly was brought in to do was to bring order, to bring some sort of semblance, to cut down on the leaks and really to keep Donald Trump in check. But clearly, after a few months, that stuff, all of the things that he brought in started to break down, and there were controversies that he himself was embroiled in, controversies over comments he made towards DACA. There was a recent shouting match with the National Security Advisor, John Bolton, and his handling of alleged abuse allegations with one of the White House staff, Rob Porter. And so essentially what happened was the relationship between John Kelly and Donald Trump broke down to the point where Donald Trump was circumventing a lot of the orders that John Kelly had put in to bring some order into the White House, and the relationship simply broke down. And so for months and months, this was expected. As you heard from Donald Trump, John Kelly is leaving, but he didn't actually say he was fired.
Leaving, not fired, although he did float the word retirement. So that said, we know that this has been a while in coming. So who is going to replace John Kelly? What's the speculation on that?
Well, because it's been rumored for so long, a name has emerged, and that's Nick Ayers. He's a top aide to Vice President Mike Pence. He's a political up-and-comer, and he has something that many are saying that John Kelly lacks, which is political savvy, which is something Donald Trump is going to need with many fights coming in the next year with a Democrat-controlled Congress.